We also have our new Sky, which is sort of a combination of the old Quake 1 Sky and the Quake 2 Sky. This was basically spurred by the need for having convincing clouds and an environment. So with Quake 1, the deal was that you had these clouds overhead that were kind of cool, kind of expensive, but still kind of cool. With Quake 2, went the other way, and we had the static sky, but with no moving clouds, but with very detailed, mountains and things like that in the distance. So you kind of don't want to have to make a choice. So we just went ahead and did both. We're not using exactly like Quake 1 Skies, which had a really bizarre way of doing their projections. We have a slightly different way of doing our projections, which isn't quite as bizarre, where we project the cloud layer onto the skybox through a hemisphere. So it sort of gives you some level of curvature. So when it's flying overhead, you don't get that I'm a flat plane of clouds flying over your head feeling. It actually feels more like there's some volume to it. And the output, obviously, is heavily tessellated. Go ahead. It's actually not very easy to see on this level, I don't think. Okay. Okay. All right, this is a really bad example. This is two cloud layers, but with no skybox. I mean, they obviously don't have to do both. You can sort of see it. There's sort of like two parallaxing layers there, but I think it might be kind of difficult to see up there. But there's actually two separate parallaxing layers that kind of have this weird wavy feel to them, and that's actually an artifact of the affineness that we're doing there, because that's all the skybox looks like. We're just animating the texture coordinates right there. Wow, that's a lot of triangles. Sorry. Thankfully, you won't be playing from that point of view. So anyway, so you can see where we're just scrolling the texture coordinates all the way through this, but there's the geometry stays the same no matter what.